and gentlemen, Mrs. Müller, thank you for having us here. As you said, a new kid on the block. Maybe not that new, we do have a little bit of history. I'm going to spare the next 20 minutes and give you a little bit of background who is Quantron. And some of you know our background being based on the Haller Group, and I think that's very important. We do have, similar like you, Mr. Marx, a history which spans back 140 years. We started with horse carriages all the way back in Augsburg, and Andreas Heller had the vision and foresight, who is also here, that back in 2011, we were actually the first company as the Haller Group to introduce an electric bus to Germany. And actually it was on the pressure of the client. Back in 2017-18, Andreas said, I cannot do that empirically. I need to give new mobility its own legal entity, its own ecosystem, its own team. Because at that time, also Mr. Marx's predecessor said, we're going to stay diesel manufacturers for the time being. And we said we want to go ahead. So we created actually our initial business, which was retrofitting, using combustion engine vehicles and converting them to electric, which was a business where we started to make some inroads. We gained clients like IKEA. We've been the strategic supplier on the Zero Emission Innovation Hub in Vienna. And also we converted a lot of garbage waste collection vehicles, which all of you know are in the middle of the city. They make a lot of noise. They create a lot of diesel emissions. And they're very sensitive for the people living in these cities. So removing them from the roads makes already a huge impact. And then we decided, and I joined basically as an investor and CEO, last year we wanted to become a new OEM, but not in competition with the traditional OEMs, but in a partnership. And I'm going to present later on a couple of products which we have developed, at least in close communication with some of the OEMs. Because we see our forte is we only do zero emission vehicles. We don't have a legacy. We don't have diesel engine production. We don't have all this legacy some of you have to still deal with. We only focus 100% of our bets on the future zero emission. All our team members have been working in that field for quite some time, so we completely converted already. But last but not least, and Mr. Marx, you said it as well, we have to kill the chicken egg situation. I think just doing hardware is not going to solve it. I mean, there's a nice gentleman from the US, his name is Elon Musk. He killed the chicken egg situation for passenger cars back in 2010. And I know how often I was at the board level at Audi trying to convince our board members that actually the guy is doing something really smart. And back in 2011, 12, 13, everybody said, too small, it's going to go bankrupt. That was at 50,000, 100,000 units. At some point, suddenly, this company crossed the market cap of the Volkswagen Group, and then we got serious. So what we want to do is also build ecosystems. We're not going to become a public provider of hydrogen fuel, but we want to help our clients who want to choose hydrogen trucks. How do we resolve also the hydrogen fueling? And Mrs. Müller, I think we had a good discussion yesterday. We need to consider not only green hydrogen, but also blue hydrogen. Because blue hydrogen is much faster scalable than green hydrogen, especially the Scandinavians are ahead of that game. And if that can also be offset against the Scope 3 emissions, we have a much better availability of hydrogen overall for scale. We have a little bit international presence through offices, but we have also closed a couple of manufacturing agreements already, being it in China and Turkey, and we have also signed the LOI with Zona Franca in Spain, so we're able to scale. We are, also as of a couple of weeks, now real commercial vehicle manufacturer. We're very happy that we got actually the EIM number, CB, for commercial vehicle, or how you say it in French, cheval vapeur, because we started with horse carriage. So it goes very well with our history. But at the end of the day, we want to solve the same challenges and solutions as you've been dealing with. I'll show you a quick video.
We can't see into the future, but we know that something has to change. Our planet needs our support. We are driven by doing our part in making the world a better place. Everything is in motion, every day, all the time. We and our partners work every day to make the transport of people and goods emission-free, sustainably, and without wasting resources. Our employees are the most important asset in the company. On our mission, we don't leave you alone. We help you with everything concerning e-mobility of commercial vehicles. People, animals, and nature must be able to breathe again. Sustainability is the heart of everything we do. We work every day for a better future. We give used and existing vehicles a second emission-free life. Whether transporting goods, transporting people, or even transporting our waste, we can only reach our goal with emissions-free vehicles. The future for us and our children. The world is changing now. We all are a part of it. Together, we reach the goal.
Mr. Marx, you saw we already had an illegal deal with hydrogen.
I know, we do.
So, but I think the good thing is that our industry is currently benefiting from two trends. One is, of course, moving to zero emission. Some of our listed clients are doing their ESG ratings and they're realizing they need to reduce their scope 3 emissions. That is, short-term trucks are the only things they can address fast. Maersk is going to take some time until the container ships will run on maybe green ammonia, hydrogen, and other sources. Airplanes going to take a while, and our train systems are already fully choked. So it's us who convert transportation on the road. I think the other trend, and I think that's what we see for hydrogen specifically, is we need to become independent of oil and gas supply, especially of geopolitical, let's say, fragile countries. And I think therefore we see that, and here I agree with you, Mr. Marx, we have to go both. We have to go electric, especially for last mile and specific applications, but we will not resolve 66-ton trucks in the middle of Norway or going through Arizona only with electric trucks if you need to do 600, 700, 800 miles a day. Because the charging infrastructure is not there, and therefore we fully believe for where we position ourselves strategically, we will look at hydrogen as our key strategic solution. As I said, energy supply is for us important. Here we partner. Provision of green hydrogen, orchestrating that on behalf of our clients is a must. We cannot sell hydrogen trucks if we don't have solutions for our clients. As I said, not in the public space, but in the captive fuel. We will continue to develop products as platform partners. I worked 13 years in the Volkswagen Group, and I'm a strong believer that, especially in the commercial vehicle area, even more platform strategies do work. And last but not least, we want to sell it as a solution model. As I said, we see that as a blue ocean. There are opportunities, and some of the players who have recently gone to the stock market in the US have promised that. Very few have actually delivered that. We think, especially with Quantron as a service, we want to resolve the challenge our clients have. Do they make the right technology decision? Because today they're confronted with diesel, gas, electric, hydrogen fuel cells, maybe hydrogen combustion engine, and even biofuel. What is the right decision for transporters to actually put their bets onto the right solution? We want to take away this technology decision from them and give them a certain degree of guarantee that we help them to operate these things. So we will also, and that will be what we will present actually at the IAA in Hanover, let's say an asset-light offering for our clients. We want to become a one-stop shop. So we are not, our core mission is not to become a hardware player, our mission is to become a solution provider. And we believe, and I think that's very important, you know all these numbers, diesel transportation costs will go up, not just for diesel. The taxation will go up, the financing costs will go up. So we see for us in our business model, by end of 2024, that we will give our clients tax and incentive optimized a break-even solution. So we think in clients who will come to Quantron and choose Quantron as a service for long-haul trucking, that we can give them end of 2024 a break-even scenario. For countries like Scandinavia, Holland, in Germany, where you have certain subsidies and tax incentives. And therefore, we will allow our clients to switch over to zero emission much more seamlessly, because we are bullish with the partners we have, we can give that guarantee. However, as we said, and Mr. Marx presented as well, on the BEV side, our core business started with retrofitment, and here we have a fleet of vehicles and solutions for our clients. These are the vehicles on the right-hand side, the white ones. However, we need to also deliver Quantron solutions, which are branded Quantron. And this is today a real new announcement. We talked about it yesterday. We have developed now our own electric truck in record time. We use somebody else's cabin chassis, but we integrated the entire electric drivetrain. And this vehicle is now available immediately for ordering as a 4x2 and a 6x2, which will deliver a 44-ton EV solution for up to around about 350 kilometers. Here's some numbers. You see max motor power around 375 kilowatts. We see a range of up to 350 kilometers, depending, of course, on geographical situations and loading. We have up to 392 kilowatt hours of battery. We can charge in less than an hour from a 20 to 80 degree. And we can operate a short wheelbase tractor unit of 360 millimeters. We have already signed a couple of clients for 2022. We're actually sold out. But Mrs. Müller, we know on 10th of August, the next further Aufruf is finishing in Germany. For that, we can supply our clients quotes, and we're quite optimistic that a number of clients we're working on are going to close in on that solution. The good thing is vehicle can be serviced European-wide by the service network of a truck manufacturer based in Munich, and that is very important also for our clients that the serviceability is guaranteed. However, as I said, our ambition is to go one step further and really solve that solution, which today, in today's world, based on limiting factors like batteries and charging network, cannot be solved from our point of view with an e-truck. And that's basically a hydrogen solution. So here, we want to take the bull by the horn and say, we need to deliver solutions which are really long-distance trucking solutions. So that is where we put our strategic bet on. I don't know if you know, we have a very strategic partnership signed with Bala Power, one of the oldest fuel cell producers in the world, 43 years of experience, having had joint ventures with one or the other manufacturer, and still making Vancouver probably the epicenter of fuel cell development. So here, we're going to launch at the IAA a world premiere. We, together with Bala, have developed a fuel cell engine, first of its kind from Bala, developed over the last 18 months, and we have chosen Quantron for this world premiere to use that engine. And here are a few numbers where you see we really want to go 700 kilometers with that truck. We have the largest tank capacity of any manufacturer available in 23-24 from our current statistics, and we have something most other companies don't have. We have a long cabin. It doesn't make sense to put tanks behind the cabin, producing a long-range truck, and not having a sleeper cabin. So we're going to have that as well. We have no compromise on payload, and we have no compromise on the trailer legs. So we offer you a really day-to-day, fully operational long-distance trucking solution. So we think we lead here on the tank capacity, significantly on 50 kilogram, and this is not a Scandinavian version. For the Scandinavian version, expect much more. And therefore, we believe also we will be leading in range. And I think it's quite remarkable for a small company like us to do that in a record time. And again, we choose a chassis cabin from a manufacturer. We integrate all the fuel cell components. We will have, as I said, Mr. Marx as well, a proper e-axle, because you need that for packaging reasons. A fuel cell truck, you cannot produce that if a central motor doesn't work. So our challenge is, of course, we want to also be leading when it comes to aerodynamics. I think you know 45% of the energy of our trucks is used for aerodynamics drag. So here also we want to go one step ahead, and we will have leading fuel cell and a leading e-axle. So the key is for us 600 to 700 kilometers real range. We want to offer a long sleeper cabin, so it is a real long range trucking solution. We will have optimized aerodynamics. We will have the best tank capacity in the industry. Almost no change on payload. I think we all agree. If you want to do a long-range truck, Elon Musk will carry on about 6 to 7 tons of battery. 6 to 7 tons of battery, and we can ask ourselves if this is sufficient just to store energy. We will be capable of refueling the 350 and 700 bar. We're not going liquid for the time being. And as I said, we will have full length of the trailer unit, and we can package that from 3,600 millimeters upwards. Of course, a fuel cell truck will also be available not only as a 4x2, but as a 6x2. So summarizing that, we're happy and proud that it took us 140 years to get where we are, but I think we learned a lot. We serviced more than 250,000 trucks in the last 140 years. We will go full steam, of course, in BEV, but more for last mile and medium distance, and fuel cell for long distance, heavy trucking applications. We will, with our clients, build the ecosystem. We have a BEV truck available now, it's on sale, and we will have a fuel cell truck up there in Hannover. Unfortunately, not yet in the dynamic driving area, but we have some ideas for next year to doing some long distance challenges, because we believe this is a truck which needs to go from Bolzano to Hamburg in one day, improve its capabilities. And of course, we need to resolve, Mrs. Müller, the fueling solution. It's the same as electric trucks. If you don't have fuel available, green and blue hydrogen, and we can fuel in a certain time, and that's not half an hour, it needs to be 10 to 15 minutes, that network still needs to be built, but we're going to be part of it. So that's from our side. We look very much forward to be introduced as a new kid on the block. We hope maybe one day we're as successful as BTS, and make sure that we continue on our voyage together with you as a member of the community to make the planet a little bit greener and cleaner. Thank you.